Darn it! I just missed the shot. Are you kidding me, ump? That was definitely a strike. Coach, why are you pulling me out of the game again? It's inevitable as student athletes. Within our games, situations outside of our control don't always go according to plan. And oftentimes, when we experience these situations that we view as negative, we get down on ourselves and we mentally check out. But today, I'm going to provide you with a belief, and when you stick to this belief with absolute conviction, it will refine you into the athlete you are meant to be. And if you carry this on to the larger game of life, this belief will refine you into the being you were born to be. My name is Kyle Bunnell, and I coach student athletes for the larger game of life. I empower them to transcend their limitations so they can unleash their potential and express it to inspire a greater whole. Now, before we get into our content for today, if you would like to receive inspiration from me every weekday morning, go to my website, kylebunnell.com. That site will be linked in the description for you, and there you can sign up to receive my Minute Motivations, which are quick, inspirational videos I will send to you every weekday morning. It is simply my free gift to you so that I can empower you to become the student athlete you were born to be. And with that, let's get back after it so that you can ball out in your game and in the larger game of life. It's inevitable. As student athletes, events outside of our control don't always go according to plan. And rather than mentally checking out of the game, if you hold on to this unwavering belief, you will realize that all events are helping you to become the greatest athlete you can be. And then when you carry this belief on to the rest of your life, you will see that every situation is only uplifting you to empower you to become the person you were meant to be. And this belief is the game is orchestrating all events to guide you to your highest potential. The game is orchestrating all events to guide you to your highest potential. And you can see how this will refine you as an athlete. If I miss a shot, that's only providing me feedback to make me stronger. If the umpire or referee makes a bad call, it's only helping me to work on how I react and respond and get ready for the next play. If coach is taking me out of the game, it's because there is something that I can do to make myself better as well as the rest of the team better. So when you hold on to this belief, you will be able to surmount and overcome many seemingly negative situations within your sport. Because after all, the game is only guiding you to the student athlete that you were meant to be. And when you carry this unwavering belief throughout the rest of your life, you will be refined into the person that you were born to be. And this is a belief that I have stuck with throughout my life. And so I'm going to provide a little bit of a backstory about me and how this belief has enabled me to transcend seemingly insurmountable odds to be where I am today talking to you. And so when I was younger, I remember I was watching the 2008 NCAA basketball tournament, and there's this player named Stephen Curry from Davidson. And when I watched this guy play throughout the tournament, he inspired me so much, and he reminded me the way that I played the game of basketball. And from that day, I devoted myself to becoming a professional basketball player because everybody who would watch me play would be inspired, just like I was inspired when I watched Stephen Curry play. And so I made it my life's mission to become a professional basketball player. I went out at recess, and I was the recess king on the court, and I was always very good as I was growing up. However, on this journey, on this road, eventually I experienced some mysterious medical condition that stopped me from growing. I honestly haven't grown or really developed ever since I was about 14 years old. And when I ran into this medical condition, it made playing the game of basketball extremely difficult. However, I had this belief deep inside me that life is orchestrating all events to guide me to my highest potential. And so I started to buckle down to get every little edge that I could get. I would train my skills every day. I was in the weight room. I was doing plyometrics. I was running around the neighborhood. And then I started to see how I could train my mind, how I could watch my nutrition, my sleep, my recovery. How could I make myself tougher? Anything that I could get to give me every little edge, I was all in for. And this process enabled me to become extremely smart and have this super well-rounded system. And I was able to remain competitive despite my lack of size. However, once I started to get back to being competitive, I came down with new medical issues. Medical issues where my gut was extremely sensitive and I was completely overtrained, burned out, and exhausted. And throughout the rest of my life, I have had to deal with these mysterious medical conditions, and ultimately it led me to getting a feeding tube up through my nose that I had to go around in school with, and it eventually took me out of sports and washed my dreams of being an athlete away. And at first, this broke my heart because everything I had lived up for as a kid was taken away from me because of these uncontrollable medical conditions. However, that unwavering belief still stuck inside of me. Life is using this to guide me to my highest potential. And so I started to look at, all right, how is life guiding me to my highest potential through this situation? And I realized that through this process, trying to find every edge that I could get, I became extremely smart and I had this well-rounded, developed system. And so I made it my life's mission now to help any athlete with a dream to go pro. Because although I was not able to live my dream, I could help other athletes live their dreams. And so I went on to pursue this mission. I did very well in school and I started coaching athletes and had much success within our teams at the middle school, high school levels. And when I was about to graduate from college, it looked like I had many great opportunities lined up working with a professional basketball team, working at a strength and conditioning facility in Florida. And it looked like this next vision that I had was all coming into fruition. However, I graduated in the spring of 2020, which if you are not aware of what happened in the spring of 2020, that was when the pandemic just started. Life was pretty much put on hold, and all of my great post-college plans were canceled. And in fact, not only were these plans canceled, I couldn't get a job within the training industry because we were not allowed to train people one-on-one. And once again, everything that I had worked so hard for to be able to train athletes so that they could one day go pro and reach the athlete that they aspired to be. All of that was washed away. And at first, once again, I was heartbroken, but then that unwavering belief came back to me. How is life using this to guide me to my highest potential? And then eventually I realized I could take this and put it all online. That way I could train athletes all across the world, and it wasn't just restricted to my physical location. And so it's like, all right, what do I know about the internet? Well, I know Google, Microsoft Word, and email. That's about it, but let me learn the rest to create an online ecosystem. And eventually, I had this entire ecosystem built where I had social media platforms, I had online programs, coaching, and courses, and I had an email system. But unfortunately, after doing that for a little bit, I had this huge gaping hole within me. And the more I started to post content, the more I started to coach athletes online, this hole started to grow deeper and deeper and deeper. And I realized that this is not what I was called to do. And I vividly recall one night, I went outside into the middle of the field and I was underneath the stars, and it's like, life, you have taken everything away that I have worked so hard for. You took away my dreams as an athlete through my lack of growth and then through my other health conditions. You took away my dream as a trainer because of the pandemic. Now you are taking away this vision of building this online ecosystem because I feel deep in my heart this is not what I'm called to do. I surrender. What is next for me in life? How are you using this to guide me to my highest potential, show me the way. And I recall once I said those words, it felt like every cell of my being was melting and washing away. All of my skin, all of my muscles, all of my bones. It was all dissolving and melting away until there is nothing left but a bundle of fire, a ball of energy deep within my system. And when I connected with that, I realized that could never be washed away. And that fire, that bundle of energy deep inside me, is meant to express itself, to inspire those around me. And if I can help any student athlete get in touch with that deep inspiration, the rest is history. And they will truly become the person they were meant to be in their game as well as in the larger game of life. And so you see, throughout my life, uncontrollable situations have seemingly stopped me from living out my dreams. But each time that has happened, and I have held fast to that deep belief that the game of life is orchestrating all events to guide you to your highest potential, it has only provided me a larger platform to make a greater impact on those within my sphere of influence. So today I challenge you to see how you are looking at life. How are you looking at your game? How are you looking at uncontrollable events that appear to be negative? Because when you hold fast to this belief that the game is orchestrating all events to guide you to your highest potential, you realize you cannot lose. Every event that comes your way is lifting you up. It's making you stronger so that you can be refined into the athlete, into the student, into the person you were born to be. I wish you well on your journey of realizing the game is orchestrating all events to guide you to your highest potential. And I send love, gratitude, peace, and blessings to you. Thank you. Hey, wait, before you go, I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you tuning in today. And if you found this valuable, I kindly ask that you do a few things for me. Number one, go to KyleBunnell.com. That is KyleBunnelle.com. And there you can receive my daily minute motivations, which are inspirational messages that I will send to you each and every morning. Additionally, make sure you subscribe to and follow this channel. That way, every time I perform a new video, you can receive it so that you can continue to be inspired. Third, if you enjoyed this, I'm sure that there are other people that will enjoy it as well. So could you please share this video with 2 other people? That way, we can uplift more people together. And finally, let me know in the comments what challenges you are facing and how I can be of best service to you. I want you to reach your highest potential, so I want to do everything in my capacity to lift you up and inspire you with each video that I make. It has been an honor, blessing, and privilege to be here with you on your journey, and I am here to inspire you every step of your way.